Nathan? Nathan? What are we gonna do with you? You must be tired of these lectures. I know I'm tired of giving them. And now you have to stay here with me all weekend instead of going on the retreat with everyone else?
I don't care.
Yes, that is the crux of the problem.
I don't see why I'm the only one being punished.
Because you started the fight.
He wouldn't give me back my book.
I told you to leave those books in your room. You only have yourself to blame.
Doesn't give him the right to just snatch it from me.
Does that give you the right to start throwing punches?
It wasn't just about the book.
What was it then?
Nothing. I'll save it for confession.
No matter what I try, you seem insistent on going down the same sad road as your brother. What a waste.
Alright, are you ready to sit here and listen to me talk about what I feel about Uncharted 4? I know the hell I am. Let's get right in here, and we're playing as young Drake. Now, for this review, I didn't take the very beginning of the game. As you see, Chapter 1, the lure of adventure. And they do that throughout the game. Throughout the whole game, they write in, like, pirate-esque, like they're writing with one of those little pens that, have like a feather on it and shit, and it's like a ballpoint, like original, like what 1700 pen, like a pirate would use. So writing like Benjamin Franklin fucking used to sign the Declaration of Independence. And as you go through, those little quest markers pop up, and they're like, they tell you what you're doing. Like, here's the lure of the adventure, and we're playing as young Drake, and we escaped the orphanage here. And as you've seen in that whole little intro there, we were talking to the nun, and we kind of
Not this way.
skipped out, and now we're actually going through, and we got to go around. And this game has a lot of freaking like parkour type moves. Now, I do have a confession to make. I have a confession to make. Please don't sue. All right. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, but the confession is I have not actually played any of the Uncharted. Dun dun dun. And you guys are like, the fuck? How are we supposed to listen to you about Uncharted 4 if you never actually played any of the Uncharteds? And I'm like, because I fucking know video games, and I know this game is a great game so far. I mean, visually stunning, graphically, controls, yes. This game, now, as you progress on and you play as older Drake, and I really didn't notice it with younger Drake, but when you're walking through things, he's got kind of a habit, if you're too close to something, like touching it. It's like he's fucking OCD as shit. Like he's like, and he's just like walking past the wall, and he's like, and I can understand when you're walking through a crowd of people. Now, this crowd, walking through a crowd of people versus, let's say, Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed's walking through people, to where you're constantly bumping them over, moving them the hell out of the way. This is more realistic, to where you're like, excuse me, and like sucking your gut in and kind of scooching your way through the middle of these people, and you're trying not to bump into them. Like Assassin's Creed is like, get the hell out of my way, bro, and you just kind of push them off to the side. This is more like, oh, excuse me, excuse ma, I'm trying to get through the.
Nathan, you're in big trouble.
Trying to get through the fucking party, please. And there was a little jump in the audio there. You seen it. I just figured out how to add that shit in here to where it kind of shows uniquely why I delete shit, what I delete out of here, and I kind of really wanted to add in that sequence of the nun taking him and like showing what cut out. So it was like it got to that point with the audio, and I'm like, it's like no, and I'm like, damn it. So, but I really wanted to put that in there, so that explains why. And we don't have a little box where I pop up in it explaining what I'm talking about now. But back to this review. Uncharted. It is phenomenal. As you see here, graphically stunning. It's overall visually, it's like playing a painting. Like, well, not really like a painting. It's like really going out into the real world. Like, that's the only way I can describe it, is this is you're Drake. And Naughty Dog has really stepped up their game. The Last of Us on the PS3, to me, took graphics to a whole nother level in that generation. The PS3, you didn't even know it had graphics like that. Like, they really put that game to the test. And then they came out with Uncharted 4. And like I said in my confession, I didn't play any of the Uncharteds, but I do know video games. And like I said, Uncharted 4, it is a must. It is a must grab. Is it a must play? And obviously, this is my on the fly of it. I know it's not the newest game of 2016, but to me, hands down, graphically and so far gameplay, like, this game has drawn me in. Like, it sucked me in like a vortex. And for those of you playing No Man's Sky, going through the black hole, you know what I'm talking about, that visual. You're just flying through, light years going by you, and you just poop out the other side. And that's how this game has made me feel. And I'm continuing to play it. Like, I'm still playing it. Even after this review, I'm going to be playing this game. Now, right now, it's 2 in the morning. I'm off tomorrow. I usually put these reviews up on my day off. So, I'm recording it now, and I'm going to ship it out to you guys tomorrow. And hopefully you enjoy it. I know I'm enjoying it. I know I'm enjoying putting these videos up. And this... his brother looks like a young Johnny Depp in this cut right here. Like, he looks like young Johnny Depp, and if you guys know the other YouTuber, Mr. Matty Plays, to me, young Drake right there looks like a young Mr. Matty Plays. I'm not trying to name drop here. It's another YouTuber I watch, especially when he puts that jean jacket. I don't know why he reminds me of him so much, but like, and that's why I kind of put in the story. Hopefully you could hear what they're saying. If you can't, my loud ass mouth, but that's what you're here for, right? Is to hear me talk about this damn video game. And I know I was showing a lot of just the kid. And there's a reason for this, why I'm just showing the gameplay of the kid. And maybe by the end of this video I'll reveal it and tell you why I'm just showing the gameplay of him as a kid with his brother trying to escape from the orphanage. Or maybe I won't. Maybe you guys will have to wait. We'll see. See how many of you get to the end of this video. That's the real question. And like, the parkour aspect of it is phenomenal. Now, I've played Mirror's Edge, and Mirror's Edge is like, because EA just goes insane with their graphics. Now, EA is known for, not so much anymore, but EA is, for me, is known for shitty fucking gameplay on certain games. Like, their sports games sometimes have crappy gameplay. Some of their regular games, like Star Wars and stuff, have shitty gameplay. But they've really stepped up their game. And Mirror's Edge is the parkour master. You're going through, you don't even have a weapon. Like, the whole object of the game is to just go over rooftops and take down this organization. I haven't played the new one. The new one looks visually phenomenal. That'll probably be the next top 2016 game graphically wise for me. But right now, because I'm playing this to me is best graphics. It's better than The Witcher. I know some of you may disagree. Let me know if you do. It's obviously better than Fallout, but Fallout had its own unique graphics. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Fallout's graphics. Fallout is a completely different, it's not really, but we're comparing it in this section because it's one of the games of 2016. And all the other games of 2016, let's see, No Man's Sky, that's a completely different graphical. It's just, none of these games have really, like, taken it to this level. And even though I have not played any of the other Uncharteds, I have seen them played. I've watched videos on YouTube of them. I've watched personal friends play them. I just really never got into it. I was a Lara Croft guy. So my whole life I played as Lara Croft, and when Uncharted came out, I was like, nah, I'm just going to go play this Resident Evil. And so I just skipped the game completely. I played Resident Evil. I played a bunch of different games. I've moved consoles back and forth. I've tried all different kinds of consoles. I mean, when the PlayStation 1 was out, we had Dreamcast. What else did we have? We had the Xbox, the original Xbox. The 360 one, I like the original Xbox. Don't get me wrong. There was a couple games I played on there. For me, jumping from the PlayStation 1 to the original Xbox was mind-blowing graphically. I played Raw. Raw was my first game I played on it, and I loved it. I love wrestling games. I watch wrestling still. Keep up with it. Hopefully, maybe we'll get something going with some kind of wrestling stuff in the future. I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. But for me, I love wrestling. Now back to what we're talking about. And going through the generation console jumps, like I said, I just kind of skipped over Uncharted. I played God of War, I played Soul Reaver, I've played all these different kinds of games that are similar, but not the same. Like I said, Tomb Raider. There was Jack and Dexter. There was that one game where you were like a fox, like Hooper, and like all these stealth games, Siphon Filter, Metal Gear Solid, The Last of Us. Like, I played so many games around Uncharted. I just never got around to playing it. When my girlfriend said, "Hey, we got Uncharted coming in," I'm like, "I'll try it out, see what it's all about." And as soon as I put the disc in and it loaded up, I was like, hooked. Like, it sucked me in. Like I said, like that vortex, that visual. It just sucked me into the game, and I'm like, yes. And I'm like, I have to put this out. Like, I have to record and play as much as I can. I put at least, right now, we've had the game for a day. Well, I've had the game personally for a day. I put like 6 hours in the first day. Now, this gameplay is obviously 17 minutes long, and it only showcases young Drake and his brother. But, like I said, that's going to be for more to come. Now, the more to come, and like I said, it may go at the end of the video, but I'm going to say it now. We're going to start a new series, and this is going to be the first time I'm doing this, but Fallout is done. So, like, I've been waiting on Fallout mods, and they're not coming, and I just haven't wanted to play video games. Like, I've had Fallout, I had The Division, I had Destiny, and I'm playing all these games, and I just got burnt out. And I'm like, I need something different. I need something like Fallout, like open, but more straightforward, story-driven. Tell me I want to play a movie. Like when I played Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 sucked me in just like this game did, and it was like playing a movie. And as I go through, I'm just like, and you see the different transitions in the cutscenes and how they go from the gameplay and they cut into the actual game. Now, for me, that kind of transition is key. Like, that is what brings you into the...
Nice view. It's a nice view, huh?
Yeah. Not bad. You ever been up here before?
This particular roof? No.
But you do know where you're going, right?
More or less. You wait here, and you watch me. Your turn. All right, go ahead. Just don't overthink it.
And being a big immersion type person, I always talk about the immersion. I always talk about, like right here, the transition of him pulling him up as you're about to fall. And you did see that little clip right there that kind of jumped in. It may be a double shot, like you may hear his voice twice or something in the video. We're gonna try to fix that, see what we can do. But if you do, I'm sorry. If it's annoying, I mean, I might beat my voice. You might think my voice is annoying. I don't freaking know. You guys come watch my videos though. And this is sweet right here, like the adding of new stuff, like the getting of things. You don't just find a gun on the floor and pick it up and it's like cool, or you don't have to kill somebody to get something. He's giving you a grappling hook that he just used over there, and throwing this thing and getting across this is, I was kind of scared on my first try, but it only shows you that when you have something to throw it on. And look at that, freaking straight Spider-Man. Like, oh man, to me that's amazing. Like I said, this is like playing as a movie. The transitions, the immersion, the graphics, the lighting, the character building, the why do I care about this guy? And even though I didn't play any of the other Uncharted's, coming into Uncharted 4, I recommend it highly. You don't need to play any of the Uncharted because right here you're playing as young Drake and he's telling his story and he goes through and there's going to be other videos and and as you get through the gameplay, it shows you more about what he did in his past. And like I was saying about the new series, it's going to be the After the Fly series. Now, what the After the Fly series is going to be is it's something new I just thought of, and the reason I thought of it was because of this game. And I'm like, this game is so badass that I want to still play and I want to still make videos and bring them out to you guys. So, after On the Fly comes out, it should be out tomorrow, Monday.
That's a low blow.
We'll come out with the After the Fly. Maybe next week, maybe in a couple days. But I've put a couple hours into this game to know. Maybe my review will change later on once I put out more videos. Maybe after the After the Fly series is over, we'll talk about revisiting my review. But as of right now, for me, this game gets a 5 out of 5.
Really well, but
A 5 out of 5. Now, I haven't given any of the games that I know I've only reviewed a couple, and I haven't given any of those games a 5.
at the most.
And looking into the future for the gameplay that I've seen of other games that are coming in GameFly, I don't know if I'm going to give anything right now a 5. So, pick it up. Highly recommend it.
The money I make is for the both of us.
You don't have to play any other Uncharted to get this. If you have a PS4, it's obviously PS4 exclusive. Get this game. And that's coming from Hayward Gaming. And remember, guys, it's just like my opinion, man.
Yeah, but it's the best thing for you right now. Alright? Just gotta trust me on that one.
It's not fair.
Hey, nothing about our lives has been fair. But we've made it work. Right?
Sure.
Well, you know, the bike wasn't the only surprise. And I guess I'm gonna have to ruin the next one.
What?
I found Mom's stuff. Everything that Dad sold, I tracked down the buyer.
If you're saying this just to make me feel better,
I swear to God.
where?
On the other side of town. What do you say we go and get it back?
You mean steal it?
It's not stealing if it was ours to begin with.
I'm pretty sure the cops aren't gonna see it that way.
Well, then let's not get caught. You ready for this?
Hell yeah.